Hello guys, Jared here, and yes, after Christmas, and I'm going to be finishing off reviewing this trilogy, and we'll be reviewing the third Naked Gun film, The Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. So this one was directed by Peter Segal instead of David Zucker, who did the first two, and it stars, of course, Leslie Nielsen, George Kennedy, O.J. Simpson, Priscilla Presley, Fred Ward, Anna Nicole Smith, and basically this is about where Lieutenant Frank Drebin, of course played by Leslie Nielsen, has retired from the police force, and basically he comes out of retirement to stop these terrorists who plan on bombing the Oscars, and also, when I first watched these films, I really liked the first two. They were just really funny, and I was a bit disappointed with the third one, really. I only really liked the climax at the Oscars. That scene I had a lot of fun with, but the rest of it, the beginning where, he's going undercover in jail, I didn't find it all that funny, but I've grown more to like it, after rewatching it. It's the first two are much better than this, but I think the third one, this is still a good film. I think a lot of it has to do with the change of the director, because this one's directed by Peter Segal instead of David Zucker, who did the first two, and but David Zucker does have a cameo in this scene. He has a cameo as the teleprompter at the Oscars, and so Peter Segal, he also directed the movie 50 First Dates, which I do like that film, with Adam Sandler. I do like that film. He directed the movie Get Smart, which was okay, but he also directed The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. So this is definitely much better than that, and I'm going to tell you right now. But there's a lot of really funny bits in this. This is sort of considered like the last really funny movie that Leslie Nielsen made, because the films he made after this were generally considered awful. But there's a lot of really funny bits in it. I love the scene where, when he's retiring and he's giving all his stuff back to the police, and he's about to give the handcuffs, and he's, me and Jane are going to keep these as a souvenir. I think we all know really what he's going to be using those handcuffs for. I will say, I didn't really like how, I said in a review of the second one, I didn't like how Frank and Jane, had suddenly split up in between movies just so they could have them get back together again. In this one, they're married together, but they're having marriage problems about, Jane says that he's not sexual enough in bed, and Frank doesn't want to have kids, and she does. It's come on, he's an old man. Why would you get into a relationship with someone his age and then get angry at them because they don't want to have kids? He does decide to have kids at the end, and that's what saves their marriage. But it just doesn't make sense. But I think the whole thing, I did like how him getting back into the police force, that improved their love life, and the Oscars scene is just hilarious at the end, where because there's a bomb hidden inside the Oscar, when they hold inside the envelope, and we have hilarious parodies of famous movies that came out around the time, they have Geriatric Park instead of Jurassic Park, where it's a horror movie about old people. And I love the scene where because Frank is pretending to be someone called Phil Donahue. Apparently he's an American TV presenter. I only know who he is because of this film, but and apparently he looks like him. and there's a scene where, like, he's doing a dance with these other dancers, and the other dancers have been trained, and Frank hasn't, and they're supposed to like slide in between their legs and then go behind them. But when Frank does it, he has his head up too high and he hits them all in the crotch, and that's just hilarious. And I like, the scenes set in the jail as well. Like, there's, the whole joke of you don't drop the soap in prison. They have a joke of that where he drops the soap and Frank goes down to pick it up, and the other person goes behind him and then rips his towel off and is about to rape him, but he has a chastity belt on instead, which was just a hilarious scene. So yeah, I think this was a good ending to the trilogy. It's good that they kept it, a trilogy, and didn't go on, too far. Like, Police Academy should have just stayed a trilogy, and Pat Proft, who wrote all 3 of the Naked Gun films, he also wrote the first Police Academy film as well. Yeah, even though it's called 33 1/3, thank God they didn't actually make 33 of these movies. So yeah, this was a great trilogy. So yeah, and I'd also like to request the YouTuber Cinearts to review these. I think they'd be good reviews for him. You can watch all the movies on Sky. The TV show Police Squad, I think you have to buy a DVD of it to watch it, but the TV show's great as well. If you like the movies, you'll like the show as well. And I'd also like to request him to review the movie The Great Race. I really think this would be something you'd like. You do have to search a bit to find it. This is an American Blu-ray. You will have to import that, but it is such a great film, you must watch it. So yeah, look forward to see your reviews of those, and yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.